All right, guys. Eric Hobbs, Under the Arch Sports. We're talking Mizzou, Eli Drinkwitz, and this chaos of the coaching carousel. First, guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and Spotify. Also, we got the UTA Toy Drive going on, so please consider donating. We got more than $400 raised. This is going to help underprivileged kids in the St. Louis area get Christmas presents. Working with the Salvation Army on that, trying to get to $1,000, but we need your help. All right. The inspiration for me deciding to film this video on Friday afternoon is the fact that there was a lot of smoke that LSU and Lane Kiffin are coming to a deal. Might already be done in, all but the official introductory press conference. Yeah, I think Ole Miss is about to have a situation where they play the biggest game maybe in program history to make the college football playoff against their bitter rival, and their coach is basically a done deal to coach at another one of their rivals next year, which is surreal. But what that means is Eli Drinkwitz is not looking like a candidate at LSU. The fans at Florida don't like Eli Drinkwitz. So whatever the AD wants to do, I don't think will matter because there might be a revolt like A&M did and like Tennessee did when they tried to hire Mark Stoops and Greg Schiano, respectively. So take Florida out of the equation. Auburn is lurking. I think he's their second choice. That's my guess. I think John Summerall's their first choice, but Summerall's also talking to Florida. So tough to say there. Penn State keeping everything close to the vest. Everyone seems to think Drink is in a group of 3, 4, 5 guys that they're considering, but no one knows. Ole Miss, I think, will hit up Drink about, hey, we're about to have a vacancy. What do you think? I think he will very politely say thanks, but no thanks. I think the two programs are too similar. It's not a step up, which is what Drink would be taking with any sort of move. That's what it would take. The programs right now are too similar. It'd be a lateral move or close enough that it wouldn't matter. So what you're left with is Drinkwitz in a situation where he is very publicly kind of considering all this. I say that because he could end all of it by just, I am not a candidate for any head coaching job vacancy ahead of the 2026 season. When you're definitive like that, yeah, it doesn't have to mean anything necessarily, but that's tough to come back from and say, actually, I'm going to go take this job. And if I think honestly, Drinkwitz seems like the guy where if he says that, it means something. He hasn't. So, tells me he is at least considering some or all of these jobs. He could have been holding out for LSU. And maybe after the Oklahoma game, he comes out if he's convinced that Kiffin is taking that job. He'd come out and end it all. Say, nope, I am staying at Missouri. Don't even put my name on any of these other jobs. All right, cool. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think he is considering all of these jobs. And I think we've reached a point where this has gone on long enough where, oh, he's just trying to get leverage. It's gone on long enough. I don't think that's the case anymore. If he'd done it for a week or two, yeah. But I don't think there's any more immediate money to be had. So he's really just putting pressure on himself at this point by not doing all of this and be to be still considering any of these jobs. Why? There's a million reasons he could. Personal preference, doesn't think he can win it here. I don't know. But yeah, if he goes out and goes 7-5 in 2026, pressure will mount on him a lot faster than it otherwise would have with his very public flirtation with seemingly every job in America that's open. And perception is all that matters. He might be looking at one job and one job only, but we don't know that. Right now, it looks like he is in discussions and looking at Penn State. Same with Florida. Same with LSU until Kiffin took it. Same with all of them. And perception matters more than reality, guys. We all know that. So my advice is drink better, win big, and win big sooner. Things are going to be uglier than they otherwise would have. And there'll be more pressure on him and the program to finally get that big game win and have it mean something. We'll see what happens, guys. Right now, I would give it a slightly better than 50% chance that Drinkwitz is at Missouri next year because I don't know that he's option A for any of these schools. Like I said, I think he's choice two at Auburn. We have no idea about Penn State. Florida, the fans won't allow, and looks like LSU's filled. So, hey, keep it tuned here to Under the Arch Sports. We're going to have coverage as any of this news breaks and the coaching carousel keeps going round and round in all this chaos. Until next time, thank you for watching.